Salam and nacho. Welcome to my channel. Today's lesson is part 2 of the verb to be in present tense. We're going to look at the negative form, also its question form, and a few phrases in between which will demonstrate the difference in using the personal pronouns with a verb. Let's begin. I'm not. አይደለሁም. 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 You're not. Feminine. አይደለሽም. 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 You're not. Masculine. አይደለህም. 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 She's not. አይደለችም. 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 He's not. አይደለም. 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 This can also be it is not. አይደለም. It's not. We're not. አይደለንም. 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 You're not. Plural. አይደላችሁም. 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 They're not. አይደሉም. 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 አይደሉም can also be used for things. አይደሉም can also be used for the respectful and formal way of saying you, used to address a much older person or somebody with a higher rank like a general or a high position like a professor. We will see the pronouns later. You're not. አይደሉም. 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 It can also be used for the respectful and formal way of saying she's not or he's not. አይደሉም. 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 Let's see a couple of phrases without pronouns. Are you coming tomorrow? You is singular. I'm not sure. እርግጠኛ አይደለሁም. እርግጠኛ አይደለሁም. እርግጠኛ አይደለሁም. If I know that the question is directed at me and no one else, I don't have to specifically say any, I, because it's clear that the question is directed to me and nobody else. So the pronoun any would be redundant here. Can I help you change the bulb? You're not tall enough. You won't reach it. ረዥም አይደለሽም. አትደርሺበትም. ረዥም አይደለሽም. አትደርሺበትም. አትደርሺበትም. ረዥም አይደለሽም. አትደርሺበትም. Again, I'm not using a pronoun. There's only one person asking the question and the response is to her and about her only, so no need to use a pronoun. We'll see the same phrase later, and I'll explain when we might use it with a pronoun. Here's the question form of what we just learned. Am I not? አይደለሁም 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 Aren't you? Feminine. አይደለሽም 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 Aren't you? Masculine. አይደለህም 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 Isn't she? አይደለችም 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 Isn't he? አይደለም 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 can also mean isn't it? Aren't we? አይደለንም 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 Aren't you? Plural. አይደላችሁም 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 Aren't they? አይደሉም 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 can be for things as well. It can also be for the respectful and formal way of saying you. Aren't you? አይደሉም Aren't you? Depending on the context, አይደሉም can also mean isn't she or isn't he? አይደሉም. Let's check out a couple of phrases with the question form. Aren't they your children? No, they're not. ያንቺ ልጆች አይደሉም. ያንቺ ልጆች አይደሉም. No, they're not. አይደሉም. አይደሉም. We're both talking about the same children, so I don't have to repeat the pronoun they or እነሱ, because the answer about all children is the same. That is, if some children were not hers and some children were hers, then she might have to specify which ones are her children and which one aren't. But in this case, none of them are, so there is nothing specific, so no pronoun is needed. Aren't you at school? I am. ትምህርት ቤት አይደለህም? ነኝ. ትምህርት ቤት አይደለህም? I am. ነኝ. No pronoun needed here either. The question is directed to one person and nobody else, so he doesn't need to use a pronoun. It would be redundant. Now we're going to add the pronouns and I'll explain some slight differences with phrases. I'm not. እኔ አይደለሁም. እኔ አይደለሁም. You're not. Feminine. አንቺ አይደለሽም አንቺ አይደለሽም you're not masculine አንተ አይደለህም አንተ አይደለህም she's not እሷ አይደለችም እሷ አይደለችም he's not እሱ አይደለም እሱ አይደለም አይደለም we're not እኛ አይደለንም እኛ አይደለንም you're not plural እናንተ አይደላችሁም እናንተ አይደላችሁም እናንተ አይደላችሁም they're not እነሱ አይደሉም እነሱ አይደሉም so we don't use እነሱ አይደሉም to talk about things because the pronoun does not represent things you're not እርሶ አይደሉም እርሶ አይደሉም she's not and he's not እሳቸው አይደሉም እሳቸው አይደሉም in both cases we're talking about the respectful and formal you and the respectful and formal she and he when we're talking about a much older person or a person with higher rank and position as I told you now let's see the same phrases we saw earlier with pronouns are you coming tomorrow I'm not sure እኔ እርግጠኛ አይደለሁም we added the pronoun እኔ here the question is are you coming tomorrow and you is plural since the question is not directed only to me I'm going to be specific about myself and say እኔ I because I'm only speaking for myself and not the other person I don't know about the other person but I am sure እኔ እርግጠኛ አይደለሁም can we help you change the bulb you're not tall enough but she is አንቺ ረዥም አይደለሽም እሷ ግን ነች አንቺ ረዥም አይደለሽም እሷ ግን ነች The person talking is being specific about each person, so we're going to use the pronouns. አንቺ you ረዥም አይደለሽም እሷ she ግን ነች We can also use not instead of ነች እሷ ግን not she is Aren't you together? No, we're not. She isn't here. አይ አይደለንም። እሷ እዚህ አይደለችም። አይ አይደለንም። እሷ እዚህ አይደለችም። In the first sentence, no, we're not, I don't use a pronoun. አይደለንም. Because I'm not being specific about myself or her. The question is about both of us, and I'm replying without saying እኛ or we. I don't have to say እኛ because the question is specifically about us, so I don't have to repeat it. The answer is the same for both of us, and not me specifically or her specifically. Then I say, she isn't here. እሷ እዚህ አይደለችም. I used a pronoun, እሷ, she, because I'm being specific about her. She isn't here. I'm here, but she isn't. So I'm going to use እሷ. We're going to see the second meaning of the negative form with pronouns. እኔ አይደለሁም, meaning I'm not, can also mean it is not me. እኔ አይደለሁም. አንቺ አይደለሽም, which means you're not, feminine, can also mean it's not you. አንተ አይደለህም can mean it's not you, masculine. አንተ አይደለህም. እሷ አይደለችም can mean it's not her. እሷ አይደለችም. እሱ አይደለም, it's not him. እሱ አይደለም. እኛ አይደለንም, it's not us. እኛ አይደለንም. እናንተ አይደላችሁም, እናንተ አይደላችሁም. It's not you, plural. እነሱ አይደሉም, it's not them. እነሱ አይደሉም, እነሱ አይደሉም. እርሶ አይደሉም, it's not you. እርሶ አይደሉም. እሳቸው አይደሉም, it's not her or it's not him. It can be used for both. እሳቸው አይደሉም. Who threw this at me? It's not me. እኔ አይደለሁም, it's not me. እኔ አይደለሁም. Is he the boy who just called you? No, it's not him. እሱ አይደለም. እሱ አይደለም. No, it's not him. That's it for today. Thanks for watching. I hope this lesson helped you. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you next time. መልካም ቀን.